Good morning and welcome to Wednesday's Literacy. We are still thinking about the fabulous Cinderella Penguin this week. Let's have a look at today's session. So I have given you an AFL and the AFL says, write a description for this picture using adjectives. So I just need one sentence using adjectives. Now, obviously, that picture is really, really small. So here is the picture, and it's the ballroom. So have a look around that picture and then write a sentence using adjectives. And you might want to pause the video here while you do that. Okay, so hopefully you remembered that adjectives are describing words and that we can use them to describe nouns, which is our person, our place, or our thing. So here we go. I've got a little bit of writing here. It says the ball was crowded and busy. Loud, happy voices filled the air as bright, joyous music played. Penguins in beautiful gowns of all different colours chatted and danced. Silky pink curtains hung around the door. So lots of describing words used there. Let's have a look for them. So the ball was crowded and busy. That's what it was like. Loud, happy voices. So we're describing what the voices were like. They were loud and they were happy. So we've got a comma between them. Filled the air as bright, joyous music played. There we go, describing the music. And we've got a comma. Penguins in beautiful gowns of all different colours chatted and danced. Silky pink curtains hung around the door, and it's telling us where they were as well, which Kiwis you shall be doing today. So hopefully you've remembered what an adjective is, you've used it in a sentence, and you may have even used a comma. That would be amazing. If not, then I'm sure you've written a very nice sentence about the ball. So let's just have a good look at this ballroom. So we've got, I want to make it a little bit bigger, but not distort it too much. So here, you can see we've got all these lovely curtains draped around the walls and around the doorways. We've got a giraffe here, which I think, yeah, they're part of everyone's fancy dress costumes because we're all dressed up in fancy dress gear. I know some of you boys might have recognised this hairstyle here, and girls from Star Wars, because I know that I can think of a couple of boys in my class who love Star Wars. And then we've got a band here playing on a stage. Some very good fancy dress costumes. We've got candles, and we've got these great big columns. And we've got shields and armour and spears on the wall here. So have a good look around. Big dance floor, everybody's partying and having a lovely old time. So today we're going to be using lots of amazing adjectives to describe the ball that Cinderella goes to. And we have to understand that adjectives are describing words, that we use adjectives to describe people, place, person, nouns, but today we're going to be describing a place. And we can use adjectives and expanded noun phrases to describe what we sing in a sentence. Strawberries, you are going to just have a go at using adjectives, and Kiwis are going to use some nice ways of starting their sentences as well as using expanded noun phrases and adjectives. So here we go, we've got a picture and I've written two sentences here. The large quiet crowd stared at Cinderella Penguin. The crowd was large, quiet. So which one of those sounds right? Well, I think this one sounds right. What's she describing? We're describing here, we're describing the crowd. That's what we're describing. And we've described it as large and quiet. So those adjectives are coming before the noun. Here, we've got the noun and these adjectives are coming after. Now this would still work because what you could do is you could get rid of this full stop and you could use and, because we know that we could have something, something and something. The crowd was large, quiet, and everybody stopped as Cinderella Penguin walked in the door. Okay, so that would work. Or we could just have an and here, but that means we're not using a comma, and today we'd like to use commas. So you can do it both ways, but I'd like the majority of you to be using this way today. So we've got adjective, comma, adjective, and then a noun. Okay, so strawberries, you have got some sentence starters to help you, and you can use the adjective help sheet, which everybody else is using as well, to complete these sentences. And you're just going to add some lovely adjectives that you think really describe what Cinderella Penguin, her dress, the music, the prince and the ball was like. So here, for example, you might have the ball was loud and crowded. Cinderella Penguin looked beautiful. Her dress was sky blue. The music sounded relaxing. And the prince was wearing a, and you could decide what he's going to wear here. So it could be like a shiny crown. So you're going to make sure that you're using some adjectives. And because you can use one adjective and everyone else is using two, you can do it this way. That's absolutely fine. If you want to add two with a comma, well, feel free. That would be even better. OK, so that's what you're going to do. Everybody else, we're going to use some of these things to help us. So here you've got this lovely table, and this is on the sway, so you can get this nice and large in a moment, and that will help you along with the picture. So on this side it says Cinderella Penguin, and then we've got some words here to describe her. So she might have been feeling a bit nervous going in there. She was elegant and graceful. She was lucky that the fairy godmother had come in. Then you might want to describe what the prince is like. Here he's polite, he's smart, he's astonished when he sees Cinderella Penguin. Then you might want to describe the crowd, and here are some words to describe the crowd. And then the dance floor. So it could be something like a shiny, colourful dance floor. And then a some pink flowing curtains. You can describe the curtains, but you could describe things on the wall as well. So don't feel like you've just got to stick to this. You can describe anything to do with the ball that you like. So when we're writing, so this is peaches, oranges, melons, kiwis, we are going to remember to use our two adjectives before the noun. So here in this sentence, beautiful, popular Cinderella Penguin danced all night. Well, the noun is Cinderella Penguin, and we've described her as beautiful and popular. Beautiful, popular Cinderella Penguin danced all night. So there's one example. And then the lively checkered dance floor was filled with happy, chatty penguins. Well, we've got two nouns here. We've got the dance floor, which was lively and checkered, or it could be wooden and checkered. And then you've got the penguins who are happy and chatty. So that's a brilliant sentence because you've got a use of two commas and you've got two nouns that you're describing as well. Capital letter, full stop, commas in between. So this is what you have to help you on the sway. So you've got all of those words which help describe, and then Kiwis and everybody else, if you would like to, you are more, I'd love it if you use these as well. We've got some interesting ways of describing what you can see in the picture. So it might be at the back of the dance floor was a table laid out with delicious looking food. All around were draped pink, shiny satin curtains. On the walls were, and then describe the armour that's on the wall. So you can use some of these ways to start your sentences. Kiwis, absolutely, definitely. Every single sentence, please. And every sentence will have a couple of adjectives at least with a comma between them. And just use your time really, really well. you know which things you can describe. You don't have to do these in any order. You can just choose. You might want to talk about the crowd first. You might want to talk about the prince first, and just get loads and loads of adjectives in your writing. When you've finished, I would like you to highlight your 3 favourite adjectives that you have used today that you think, I chose the best adjectives today, and that really, really does describe those well. And also, if you've used a comma, can you highlight 3 times you've used a comma as well? Thank you very much. We're looking forward to seeing all this amazing writing. I'll see you soon.